One second, guys. Just let me um, post the link to um, on our social media just to alert everyone that we're gonna start a live webinar just now. One second, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm sorry for the delay there. So just warning people that we were live and a client of ours just called and in the right time, on the wrong time, let's say. So, but anyway, here we are, and let's start off a weekly webinar, which is the day that we normally look the market in more detail. The video itself, it's longer because of that. And then from Tuesday to Friday, it's when we only look those markets that are moving and those ones that are getting to interesting levels that we probably saw Monday. But here we are. So um, let's start, but as the market we normally start with, which is the dollar index, guys. And this has been drawn for a few weeks now, and I'm still thinking that we're gonna have this kind of move upside before we make a longer term top and then reverse. I think many people are trying to short right now, okay, with their stop losses probably above this high here that we had a few weeks ago, and the high is 99.37. And I think many people are building their positions short-term positions here, and putting their stop losses just there. Okay, risk reward point of view, it's the right place to do it. Then for that reason, I understand what they think, but don't forget, market loves to hit those stop losses. Market loves to take people out of market, and then does what they thought it would do. Okay, now I'm only gonna change this, maybe a bullish view to a bearish view if we probably start breaking this trend line here that we have here. Okay, and the reason is that we can see that the market has many tests of this trend line, and it looks like a rising wedge, right? But it's only going to be a rising wedge if we start breaking this lower line here, and then guys, probably a move to 97 will be possible, if that occurs. But until we are here close to these highs, not really moving lower, guys, I think the possibility for this to move to maybe 150, 160, or even close to 101, it's very, very likely, and I'm planning for that to happen. And there is the place I will probably try to get some shorts in play. Okay, because it's 76 is a long-term trend line, as you can see, and and the risk reward for me here, it's really good, really, really, really great. Daily, shows the same thing, really, pretty much. You can see how big this resistance is at the moment. So it's not a surprise for me for the dollar to see the dollar coming to this trend line and stopping around here. I think it's stopping here for a reason, and the reason is quite clear that it's big resistance here so far. And but if you look the 4 hour here, this is where we saw a few days ago, isn't it? About a very possible triangle in play. If we break that, we'll probably move to somewhere close to the 99.20 level, 99 back to these highs. And this is the arrow that we drew actually. So you can see that after we broke here, it went all the way up to that kind of level that we anticipated, which was a really nice move, for the dollar. And you can see here, probably is another triangle here building up, isn't it? It does look very. I think it's early to tell, but you can see it's something that looks something like that, isn't it? So if we see this high goes, which is Friday's high, if I'm not mistaken, 27th, so it is Friday's high. So if we see this high go, then I think new high is gonna come. So then I will probably be watching the 99.50 area, 99.60 area, so the R2 R3 of today, if that happens. But look, weekly, if we close anywhere above, let's say 99.50, guys, I think that's a really nice break for the dollar, and then 150 is very possible, okay, for this dollar. move to come. Okay, so be ready for this. Support here, the dollar index, guys, has to be this 98.74. Okay, it's where we found many resistance before. If we do, have a kind of a move like this, then you anticipate for this to come back to this previous range bottom. Um, in my view. Okay, but while we are still remaining above this level, I think we are quite bullish, and you have to look for opportunities to buy the dollar. Let's look the euro now. So the euro, guys, same thing. We are in the long term. We are in this kind of a trend line, of a falling wedge trend line, and many people are buying here, thinking that this is gonna hold once again, and they can be wrong. Yeah, they can be wrong, as we can be as well, right? It can happen for this to break up, but you know, we I think we are not allowed to think that until we break this line here. Have a proper weekly close above this trend line here. Then we can anticipate of a short term, medium term low. For then this to come test the 112 area and then drop again, maybe. But that's what I don't see this stopping here. I think it has a little bit more to go, and I think that 106 will be likely if this happens. Okay, so it goes in line with what we saw on the dollar index itself. So that's what I think it's gonna happen. So even if I put a fib extension here from this previous low to the high, you can see here that the 1.618 comes all the way to 0.812. So that's gonna be our first target to the downside if the euro gets there. 4 hour here, I don't see too much happening. You can see it's big support where we are. But one thing is for sure, the euro, we dropped below this zone here before these two lows, correct? And then we jumped, we went lower. So the question here, are we gonna do this and then that? Or this is gonna just stabilize here and then just drop? Okay, so that's my question for today, really. What can happen today and tomorrow? It's what we're gonna do here. Are you gonna jump to maybe 110 again and then fall, or are we gonna just stop here, stay here for a while, and then just drop very quickly? That's one of my questions here for the euro right now, which I have to wait and see mode. Cable, guys. So cable. Look, we had a head and shoulders, I think, in play. We pretty much hit that target, I believe. Very close, so I can assume that this was a target hit. But one thing is for sure, this weekly looks like a doji here, confirmed doji. So I think the pressure can start building up to 120 again if we start breaking last week's low. So keep that in mind. We are still holding here, but if we do drop below those weekly's low, which is 22.71, that's I think when the game is gonna start, and then you have to look, for something pretty much like this, to 120 or so on the cable. Okay, would I trade this? No. Okay, I'm not trading the cable. I'm not gonna trade next month. Next month, which starts tomorrow because of the Brexit date. I'm not gonna do it. Too risky. Very, very risky. It's not something that I'm willing to add on my portfolio. But it's there. It's there, and if you have any other reasons to trade it, that's my view of the cable there. Resistance, guys, is this zone here, right, which we discussed. After we broke, we slide it down. So where's the R3 is, so we're talking here about 124 handle. Okay, so 124 handle is big resistance for the cable, and if we start breaking last week's low, sorry, then I'll be aiming for that 122 and then 120 level. Dollar Canadian. So the dollar Canadian, guys, is still in a range. Not pretty much what to do. So right now, it's a good area to buy right now as we speak. So if you have any any views there that you are willing to buy the dollar Canadian, here's the place to do it. You know, use last week's low of something of a risk, but as you can see, we never closed below this purple line here, this pink line, which is the range. And yeah, I think now the chances are is for this to break lower, and looks like, let's see, maybe I'm wrong, but looks like a triangle here, isn't it? So if we do see this trend line break, then I think it's gonna put more pressure for it to break the range. Maybe this is the low before it start breaking the range. Who knows? So maybe if you start breaking the range, then you add more and then play with your exposure correctly. So range here, so we are all between 20, 30 to 40 or so. No, 32, sorry, 33 to 30 and 133 on the dollar Canadian. Dollar yen. So this here, guys, really nice trade from last week. We spoke about the move, right, to 107. It came, we bought it, and here we are. So really nice move on the dollar yen. Little bit messy here, I have to say. Not clean. Let's see the other time frame. So as you can see, guys, weekly, it looks a little bit bullish here, I have to say. I really like this first breakout here we had on the trend line. Straight away, two very powerful bullish candles. Now, congesting a little bit here, stopping, not doing much before a move up. Very possible in my view. Daily here, guys, same thing. So I think this 109 is calling, and but the question is, we can stay here a while, maybe build a triangle and then start breaking. That it can be a possible too, because trading, as timing is everything here. You can be right, but if you have the timing wrong, that pretty much destroys you. So I'm long. I'm still long. I'm willing to add more, but right now I'm not too sure what to do on the dollar yen. It's not clean. It you know, doesn't give me anything like that. So I think one thing we have to look today is, of course, the equity market, which we're gonna look in a few minutes. Help, give get them as a helping hand regarding correlation, bonds as well. We came to that zone that we spoke about, which was pretty much the 618. Big sell off there. Then now it's ranging again. So if we do start dropping below here, that's when you know maybe this can happen, and then dollar yen is gonna really bounce hard. Right, so for me here, resistance today is gonna be around this 1819, where we made the high last week. If we do start breaking that, then R2, which is the 18th high, which is 108.45, and then if that breaks, guys, then 109. I think it's very likely. Support here, we have to say, is around this 107.45. If we see that break, then sorry guys, very tired. Then 107. I think it has a great chance for that to come into play. Dollar Swiss. So dollar Swiss here, under the market, which I'm not too sure what to do. At the same time that I think this is gonna break higher. Same time regarding technically can happen, but one thing is for sure. If we do see dollar Swiss getting above this 99.50 area, I think that it's gonna be a sign that now he wants to go, I believe. So keep in mind this 99.50. If that goes, it's really good news for those that are short euro dollar. One more reason to be short euro dollar in my view. But if we do start breaking 99 handle, that that might give the sign that now he wants to test finally the 9850 again. And then if that breaks too, then be careful, because then I think we're gonna go all the way back to 97 handle again, because that is the range bottom. Okay, so keep that in mind. On the dollar Swiss. So let's quick look on the commodities pairs here. So if the computer helps. So let me try to refresh here. Okay, so this is the dollar Swiss. Oh. Sorry guys for all the noise. I'm having some issues here, guys. It's not really working. I think I'm gonna end the webinar, guys, just because I'm having some issues here with my internet. I don't know why it happened. I will have to check, but I will try to come here later today just to continue doing this weekly analysis, looking the longer term and short term, and hopefully by then everything is gonna be sorted and ready to go. Very sorry for this, guys. I was not expecting this problem to occur while we were doing the webinar, but I will try to be here later today for us to resume this analysis. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Really sorry. Speak to you guys soon. Take care. Have a nice day.